Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Emmanuel Lens back again with another video. As you can see, it looks like a new set, right? So I wanted to also do this video on purpose with a behind the scene to show you how this thing actually works. So I have my main light over here. I'll switch it off, and yeah, you got a little bit of like what's happening in the background over there. That's basically how you do to shoot a video. But what I wanted to show you guys is how you can light yourself with literally one light. I have my light here, and I wanted to talk about the nature of light itself and how you can modify light, so forth and so on. And to show you that it shouldn't really be complicated, because literally this light, the light itself cost about $45. The stand, I got it for secondhand, is about $5, and the umbrella was about $10 or so. And that is what's producing what you're seeing on my face. And I want to show you what we speak about the nature of lighting. I don't necessarily need to put this light like this. I can shoot it any other way. I can modify it very, very much differently. I have sort of a bounce in umbrella right now. So as you can see on my behind the scene camera over there. So this is bouncing the light inside the umbrella and it being diffused with the white material in front. If I switch off the light, there is what it looks like. Obviously I've exposed for my face, and on this other B cam I hope it's exposed properly, but anyway, it's just for a behind the scene. Basically this is what you do to have good lighting. So if I just have to raise it up to a point where you guys can't see it on my main camera and look for a really good angle, maybe somewhere over there, yeah, and that's basically it. And I have like a small accent light there in the background just to separate me. Obviously if I switch on, there are also another light. It's like those rainbow lights that used to be very popular, but I don't think it has enough power. You won't really be able to notice that, but it's actually casting a shadow on my face now. It's just casting a nasty shadow. I'm gonna switch it off, because I do not want that. I do have my house lights that are on, but as you can see, you can also go for a clean look like this. And this is actually why I love now having this angle, because I have a background here which I can always utilize in different ways, and it will give me like really different sort of lighting. So I have my main light over here, and I want to show you that with one light you can literally actually create so many looks. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bounce the lights, and I'm going to use this modifier that generally the light comes in. Every light do come with this modifier, and this is the big difference between what you call hard light and soft light. Soft light is light that is relatively bigger than the subject, so this makes the light bigger than me, and that's why it's called soft light. And you can see this light is now acting as a fill light, but obviously it's not lighting the subject, and it's bouncing off the wall, as you can see over there. And if I wanted it, for example, to light me, I could bounce it off something, and if I was maybe looking into this direction, this could have been my key light. Bounce it over there, and it bouncing off me. As you can see, this part of my face is a little bit more lit. Obviously I would have probably used something like a bounce on this side as well, just to feel a little bit more of those shadows. But let's put this, and I'll show you what key light, what hard light and soft light is. This is hard light. As you can see, it doesn't really look very flattering, and I have to lower the color, the light output, putting it at 60% now. Ooh. So the 70%, but this is at 60%, still strong. This is at 30%. And hard light is not always bad, as you can see. I actually like it, but it's hard. It's, as you can see, directly from this subject, and it's very directional, which is very good about hard light. It's very directional, but as you can see, it's not super flattering on my face. What you can do, I have here a small piece of material. Yeah, it's a white diffusion material that I generally use for, and this only works really if your light is, as you can see, I've put a small piece of material. You can see for yourself the before and after. I'll put a before and after there. But it's very directional, as you can see, as you probably notice. But it can be a look. I mean, if you want to emulate something, I don't know. If you want really a very moody look, especially in your image, this can also work for you. But I'm not very, for YouTube, hard lights rarely works. I don't see a lot of people doing hard light stuff on YouTube, so I'm going to ditch this. And I'm going to use a strip box. This is also another modifier. I personally do like strip box a lot, and you can definitely light yourself with a strip box, but it's just a little bit tricky because it's very directional, just as directional as the light. Like, I feel like this one has more use, especially when you're outside. You want to like kinda fight the sun. You could use something like this, and I still see a lot of cinematographers use this to bounce light off something. We talk about bounce light, and it works well. It works well. Oh, maybe let's talk about the umbrella. An umbrella. So I have two type of umbrella here. I actually have 3 types of umbrella, and this is my favorite modifier, to be honest, because first of all, they're very easy they're very portable, they're very easy to carry, and they're also relatively very cheap. So you can break a few of them and you won't necessarily feel too bad about it. Compared to your Bowens modifier, which are a little bit more expensive, and they always take time to set up. Okay, the newer ones are a little faster. I'm actually planning to get myself another type of Bowens mount, but they're generally very heavy. This section here of the mount itself is already very heavy. So let's take out this. And I like the fact that I'm doing this live so that you guys can literally see how light is affected. This is also a look that some people do go for. It will actually really be nice if I put like a smoke or some mist here. This is a very tiny 60 watt power light, and I love it. So on my strip box, this is a very small strip box. I don't know what the size is. The size is somewhere here, but I think it's a 150 by, it's a 22 by 90, so 90 centimeter by 22 centimeter, 22 centimeter by 90. So it's you can get the longer ones, obviously. But let's see how it affects light and how it modifies it. So let's click this on to my light. Granted, my light is not that strong, it's very plasticky. So there you go. This is actually even super moody, and I have a strip box attached to it. I think I'm just going to increase the power output of my light here. I put it all the way up to 100%. Now it's at 100%, and you can see this is super moody. I'm digging it because this one gives you really a cool look. And if I switch on my background light, this is where you can see the background light and a big separation between me and the background. So cool. Obviously, as I said, I have the grid in front of it, and the grid is just give you just direction to your lighting. And yeah, this is what it looks like. I'll lower my stand a little bit more. This is what it looks like. Very moody. That's kind of beautiful. I kind of like this. And obviously because it's like this, I can change the position of the lights. I've put it in front of me. Give me a bit more direction over there. On the side, it also looks really good. So I have the grid attached to it. I'm going to remove the grid live as well so that you guys are able to see what it does. This is without the grid. I think for this particular set, I would probably prefer it without the grid because, as you can see, it's a bit broader. It gives you a really good Rembrandt lighting. And you can light yourself in so different ways. So the light is coming from the side, that's generally called as Rembrandt lighting. You can put the lights on top of you. Unfortunately, I don't have an assistant here. So that's also a very good type of lighting. You can put the light below you here, somewhere here. If you put the light below you, that is for horror movie lighting. And you have your beauty lighting that is like clamshell lighting, where you have one light coming from the top and another one coming from below, so that there's literally no shadow on you. And that's generally for beauty shots. And that's where you see somebody holding a reflector down below. I don't have a reflector with me, and that's probably for another video. I would explain something more about lighting. Yeah, so this is just a quick video, and I have this new set, as you can see, that allows me to do all of this thing. It's a little bit wider, a little bit more space, and I can put, if I have a 24 here and I have, actually I'm on a 50 here, and I wanted to do this so that you guys can see literally what it goes into making a YouTube video. But now that the set is here, it'd be a little bit easier for me to just pick up a camera, put it on a stick, and sit over here and shoot with you. And I love my pants, they are very comfy because it's winter here and it's kind of warm. I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, this is all you need to know about lighting. Peace out. Before I forget, so you need, generally for YouTube, you only need one light. I'll switch off this one. So this is my key light, and literally this is all you definitely need for YouTube. But to make it a little bit spicy, that's why you see people using two lights, a background light, and it's a very cheap RGB stick. It literally says RGB light stick, RGB light stick. So it's a very cheap light stick that I use just to add accent lighting here and there, and it works pretty well. So basically that's all you need for YouTube. There are nothing fancy. And I have this light. It's also a very cheap light that I told you about, and it does some effects. But as you can see, the remote, you need to be by the signal, by the receiver of the light to be able to get. It does this, and it can be interesting, especially if you're doing a music video and some flash. This is a little bit worse, especially if you have epilepsy. But overall, it's not the greatest light because it has a bit of a green tint, and don't like it for that reason. But it works well. It does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, that's it. Actually, something about lighting. It shouldn't be very hard. Obviously, it gets a little bit more complicated if you really want to tell a story. Let's say you want to replicate the sound or anything like that. With YouTube, it's a bit easier because it's just me, and I don't want anything fancy or anything, but I still want it to look beautiful. And yeah, that's it. See you guys in the next one. Peace. This time it's a good one.